So greetings, everyone, and welcome. My name is Joseph Kearney, and I have the privilege as Dean of Marquette University Law School to welcome you to Eckstein Hall and to our Lubar Center. We are delighted that you are here. On this date, 232 years ago, the members of the Constitutional Convention, meeting in Philadelphia, signed what would become, upon its adoption, the Constitution of the United States. So on September 17th, as across this great country, we at Marquette University celebrate Constitution Day. It is our privilege to do so this year by hosting a special session of the United States District Court for the Eastern District of Wisconsin, a naturalization ceremony. The Honorable Nancy Joseph, a United States Magistrate Judge, will preside. In this ceremony, a number of individuals will take an oath to support and defend the Constitution of the United States and will become citizens of the United States. How wonderful to say. Before this ceremony, as an introduction of sorts, Judge Joseph will have what we call an on the issues conversation with my colleague, Mike Goucher, Distinguished Fellow in Law and Public Policy here at Marquette University Law School. They will discuss Judge Joseph's own path to citizenship. Let me say further only one thing. It is an annual privilege for us at Marquette University Law School, alternating with our colleagues in the Political Science Department, to mark Constitution Day on behalf of the university. We spend an unusual amount of time studying the Constitution, its words, its possible interpretations, its virtues, even its flaws. Yet the Constitution does not uniquely or even specially belong to lawyers. In a sense, it is the responsibility of all of us who are citizens of the United States to support and protect it. I recall from my days growing up that my mother, who was an English teacher, used occasionally to give remarks at naturalization ceremonies in the federal court in Chicago. She was as well qualified as any law professor to do so. So with great pride, but also with equal humility, on behalf of Marquette University, I thank Judge Joseph and her colleagues in the district court for allowing us to host this event, and I welcome all of you with special congratulations for those who are about to be our fellow citizens. Let me turn to Mike Goucher.
Thank you, Dean, and thanks to all of you for being with us today. Judge, we're delighted that you brought the ceremony to Marquette today. We're very grateful for that. So welcome to the law school.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Mike, and thank you, Dean, for welcoming us to the law school. Thank all of you, the candidates who are all here, and you arrived nice and early, too, which is a nice thing. Thank you to members of the Marquette Law School community who made time to be here with us this afternoon.
Well, we're going to spend about 20 minutes telling you about Judge Joseph's story, her path to citizenship. It's a great story, and let's begin, as they say, at the beginning. Where and when were you born?
He's asking me to tell my age.
They get easier from here on out, so yeah.
So I was born in Haiti, a little tiny Caribbean island, an island of Hispaniola. And I came here to the United States when I was 8 years old.
So tell us about your family in Haiti.
So I came from a large family, and that may be something many of the other immigrants in the room share, very large families. I was the 8th child, and as far as I know, I was supposed to be the last child. But my parents had 2 more children, so a total family of 10. My parents came to the U.S. in 1969. First, my dad. He came alone. And when he came, he had 2 things in his pocket. 2 U.S. dollars. Now, this is 1969, and even in 69, that was not a lot of money, right? And he had the address of the family friend who was going to take him in, assist him. So that was January 69. And if we fast forward in our story about July 1969, my mother came. She also came alone. And like my father, she had very little in her pocket, but maybe even a little bit crazier, she left all of us behind. I was just nearly 2 when my mother came in July 69, and I was raised by my other mother, who took care of me in Haiti.
This was an older couple?
This is an older couple. They did not have children of their own. So my aunt, who's a saint, she took the older children. And because I was the youngest and probably would be too much for my aunt, this older couple adopted me. And I was their daughter from the time my parents left Haiti until I joined my parents in the U.S. at the age of 8.
And you still call the woman who raised you from the time you were a little person to 8 years old, you still call her mom?
Absolutely. She's the first mother I knew. She's the first mother I knew. She's the mother who took care of me in my early years. And she is my mother in all ways that mothers are mothers. Someone who loves you and takes care of you and who's always there for you.
To help people understand, as much as you understand, why your parents came to America, why they left Haiti for America.
Yeah, I think the reasons my parents left will not be foreign to our candidates. The same reason perhaps many of the candidates today came here, and generations of Americans before us came to this country. They were looking for a better life for themselves, better economic opportunity, political stability. This is 1969, so this was under the Duvalier regime. So a better life for themselves and for their kids.
Mm-hmm. You spent the first 8 years of your life in Haiti, but at some point the decision was made that you and the other kids would come to the United States. Tell us about the decision and tell us what it was like when you set foot in your new home, New York.
So my parents, I said they came in 69, and over the course of many years, they worked hard, they saved, they prayed, probably some crying too, right? Mm-hmm. And over time, they went to court, just like you are here to do, and they raised their right hands, and they became U.S. citizens. And after becoming U.S. citizen, then they were in a position to start reuniting the family. So because there were so many of us, you cannot just bring a whole bunch of 8 kids to the U.S. at the same time, right? That's a pretty expensive thing to do. So we came in clusters. So a group of kids came, a group of 3 kids came, and the second group of 3 children came. And I was part of that second wave of kids that came to America. In terms of what it was like, Mike, it was pretty jarring, right? I was, for a long time, an only child to my parents in Haiti. And then all of a sudden, I'm part of a whole troop of kids, 10, so that's different. The islands are pretty hot, right? And all of a sudden, I'm arriving in New Jersey. I think it was about September, October, change of seasons. School is going to start soon. There's snow on the ground. So it was a pretty cultural shock. Not to mention, I didn't speak a word of English, right? French and Haitian Creole are spoken in Haiti, and that's a language I went to school in, so I did not speak English. It's not like today. I think today that even in countries where English is not spoken because of internet and media, some English words are getting all over the world. But at the time, I didn't know a word of English.
We want to show, Ryan, we want to show her, Eric, your passport photo from when you were 8 years old. There you are.
So the child without the tie is me. In case you figured it out. The other child is my brother. We were on the same passport. He's a year older than me. And he has no idea that I showed this picture at every naturalization ceremony. So just keep it between us. if you ever run into him.
Yeah, you made a good point. We had talked on the phone in advance of this event, and you made the point that when you tell your story, your life story seems very normal to you. But you told me that some people seem to have a harder time understanding the waves of family members who came. That's a very typical immigrant story, is it not?
Absolutely. I don't think it's foreign to the candidates for citizenship, is it? So some of you probably have experiences where some children are left behind, right? And they're being raised by aunts or uncles or grandma or grandpa. So immigrant story is also a story about separation. And it's also a story about making do and creating new forms of family. So immigrants do that all the time in order to make this transition of coming to America. So I think it's very much an immigrant and therefore an American story.
Judge Joseph, you said it was jarring when you came to this country. There was so much new to you, and you didn't speak the language. So I'm wondering how you made that adjustment. How quickly did you make the adjustment, and what did you do that helped you?
Lots of television. It helped that I was younger. I was 8 years old. It also helped that I had brothers and sisters who had arrived before me, so they spoke English. And I'm not joking about television. There was a lot of Mr. Rogers, a lot of Brady Bunch, and anything else that was on television. It really helped me to learn English. I was also a bookish child. I read a lot. And I think I was maybe motivated and maybe even a little bit competitive. I was in class with kids. I knew I was as smart as they were, but I didn't speak the language. So in order for me to be able to do well in school, I had to master the language. And in some ways, I did not have a choice. I went to Catholic school. Anybody here went to Catholic school? Right? The nuns don't play, right? They will make you speak English. They're not interested in your sob story. Poor me, I don't speak English, I'm from Haiti. They really were not, they were not patient with that in a good way, I think, right? Just get in there, just do it, just immerse yourself. So I am very thankful for the push that they gave me very early on.
You quickly started having success in school. Is that correct?
I think so.
Yeah,
I just remember that the school I went to, report card night was an actual night. You had to come to the stage like we do now, and the nuns will call out the kids who did well. And that first marking period, I was not called to the stage for the honor roll, and it really broke my heart, and I really wanted that. So by second marking period, I was called to the stage for honor roll, and I was very, very proud of that. Again, I had the teachers who pushed me and who saw potential in me and who encouraged me.
You went to college at Howard University in Washington.
Yes.
How did that feel to you when you went off to college?
Howard is great. Washington, D.C. is great. To be in our nation's capital is a very unique college experience because not only do you have the university, but you also have Congress and the seats of government. I was able to do internships there. So it was a very important part of my formal education, but I thought it was a very important part of my American education, right? To be right in the heart of things was very, very important.
We have a picture of Judge Joseph when she was about to get her oath of citizenship.
Certificate,
yeah,
yes.
There it is. You were a sophomore at Howard.
Yes, I was a sophomore at Howard, and getting my citizenship, right, where you are today, what you're about to receive, was my first adult experience. So it was something that I pursued on my own. Don't look at the picture too hard, okay? It was the 80s. I applied on my own. I went to the interview like you did. Remember doing that, doing the interview, the exam, the background check. So it was something that I pursued on my own. And as a college student, becoming an adult, I felt like an American. I had grown up here since I was 8 years old. But to become a citizen where I not only felt like an American, but where now I had all the rights of citizenship, was a monumental moment in my life. I remember getting excited and choosing what to wear to go to the courthouse and being nervous about it, and then walking away with that certificate that says, I'm an American. I can go out and vote now. It was really a very powerful moment for me.
You went back to New Jersey and went to law school at Rutgers University. Why did you choose the law? What was it about the field?
I think I was always interested in studying us, right? Studying government, that's where my interests were. And in choosing a profession, it was really, really important to me to do something where I can help people. And becoming a lawyer was a way of doing that. So I began my career as a public defender, first as a state public defender, and then I was lucky enough to then become a federal defender. But it was always the drive to being a helping profession that attracted me to the law.
And what attracted you to Milwaukee?
The weather.
Of course.
The weather.
Yeah.
Where else a little girl from Haiti is going to go to experience real winter but Wisconsin? I was just lucky enough to get a job here after law school graduation as a public defender. I didn't have any connection to Milwaukee. I was young and very open, so I said, hey, I'll go to Milwaukee. I'll do it for a year. And that's almost 30 years.
You preside over many different types of cases, but you have said that what we're about to do today is your favorite part of the job. Why is it the favorite part?
Absolutely. Now, the federal judiciary, there are over 1,000 federal judges, and I cannot dare or pretend to speak for them. But on this issue, I think I can with confidence. That if you had all the federal judges here in this courtroom and asked them what's their favorite part of the job, right? Unanimously, all of them would say doing naturalization ceremonies is the best part of the job. For one, no one's going to jail today. We're not locking up anyone. Number two, no one's losing, right? There's no, in a normal case, somebody lose, somebody win. No losers today. In fact, we are all winning. The candidates are winning because you're becoming citizens. Our community is winning because we're gaining new citizens. So for those reasons, my favorite part of the job. But for me personally, each naturalization ceremony is an anniversary for me. So it's a celebration, it's a birthday of my becoming a citizen way back when I was a young adult in 1987. And it's also an anniversary of my parents' journey, right? Surely when they made that decision to leave Haiti, to leave a bunch of kids behind, they didn't know what was awaiting for them. They had hope for a better life. They had dream of a better life. But no way could they have imagined that this better life would include having a child who gets to be a federal judge and having a child who gets to administer the very oath of citizenship that they took that made it possible for them to bring their children and the very oath that their own child took. So it's an anniversary for all of those reasons.
This past spring, Judge Joseph had a very special thing happen, and we're going to show another slide here. And this is, you had the chance, you went to New York City, and she had the chance to administer the oath to the woman who raised you for the first 8 years of your life.
Yes.
Tell us about that.
Yes. So my mom, who has been in this country for a long time, and at the age of 92, she became a U.S. citizen, 92 years old. She waited a long time, and at 92, it was just taking so long. We're like, you know, do you still want to do this? But it still meant so very much to her. So she knew I was going to be at the ceremony in New York. She knew I was coming. I wouldn't miss it for anything in the world. But naturally, she did not imagine that I would preside. I'm not a judge in New York, right? But the judges in New York were very, very accommodating and made special arrangements for me to do the ceremony. So when I arrived at the ceremony, I told her, you know, I have to make some phone calls, just have a seat with the other candidates, and I'll come out and, you know, be there when the ceremony begins. And so when they called the case to order, I came out with my robe on, and she froze. She froze. I think one of the pictures, the picture in the middle is her that's her, she froze. The clerk of court said, please be seated. Everyone sat down except my mom. And I said, please be seated. Please be seated. She still remained standing. So it was a very shocking moment for her. I could only imagine what she was thinking, but I knew what I was thinking, right? It was total full circle for me. And what a great privilege it was for me. To be able to do that. I don't know of any other children who've had the privilege of giving the oath to their parents, but it was a very full circle, very powerful moment for me. And again, no way, Mike, when I took the oath as a college student, could I have even imagined that? I certainly didn't have, I knew I was already in college and I knew I wanted to go to law school, but I had no dream that I would one day have the privilege of being a federal judge. And I had no dream that I would one day be giving oath to citizens. And I certainly did not imagine being able to give it to my mom. So it was really a beautiful, beautiful day.
You have called your story uniquely American. What do you mean by that?
Well, the story of America is the story of immigrants, right? Other than the Native Americans, we all came from somewhere. For some of us, like me, it's more recent. For others, it goes back to several generations. But this is a country of immigrants. And so when we share our coming to America stories, when we share our coming to citizenship stories, what we're sharing is America's story and all the different branches and fabrics that make up the story. So I think it's important that we keep sharing those stories because this is who we are. This is what makes us America.
I wanted to end my questions with asking you about the decision to take this ceremony outside the federal courthouse. So last year it was at the Milwaukee Art Museum. Today it's at Marquette Law School. Why are you doing that?
Well, we have the naturalization ceremonies at the federal courthouse. A beautiful courthouse. Make sure you get there as well every month. And the reason for taking the show on the road, if you will, is that the naturalization ceremonies are civic engagement live. It's the Constitution live in real time. We're living the Constitution right now with these citizens becoming, with these candidates becoming citizens. So I think it's very important that as many Americans get to see that. The federal courthouse is beautiful and wonderful, but when we get to take it to different venues, here today, the Marquette University community get to participate in it. When we take it to the Art Museum, other people get to participate in it. And Marquette, I think, is a special place. In the years that I have been in Milwaukee, Marquette has become our town square with Mike Boucher on the issues, right? And so no better place to have a naturalization ceremony than in Milwaukee's town square, which is Marquette's law school.
Judge Joseph, thank you so much for sharing your story. I'm going to ask you to stay here for the moment, and we're going to continue. We're about to start the official ceremony. We would like to have Stephen Dries, the clerk of court for the United States District Court of the Eastern District of Wisconsin, come to the podium, and I'm going to step aside. Judge, great to have you here.
Mike, thank you so much. Can we please give Mike Boucher a big round of applause?
Thank you. Thank you.
All rise. Oh yay, oh yay, oh yay. The United States District Court for the Eastern District of Wisconsin is now in session. The Honorable Nancy Joseph presiding. All persons having business before this honorable court are admonished to draw near. God save the United States and this honorable court.
Thank you, everyone, and please be seated. I must again thank Dean Kearney for having us here. It's really a privilege to have the ceremony at Marquette Law School again, a place that we can consider to be Milwaukee's town square. So it's very fitting that we are here on Constitution Day, on Citizenship Day at Marquette Law School. Now, a day like today doesn't emerge by itself. A lot of people work really hard to make today happen, and I certainly want to thank everyone who has rolled up their sleeves to make today happen. Ms. Rita Alaman, who's in the back of the courtroom, some of you met her earlier, and of course our friends at Citizenship and Immigration Services who made this happen today. So I will thank them and ask that you please join me in giving them a big round of applause. Now, because this is a court proceeding and there's actually official part to it, there's a motion before you get to what you came here for, which is to take the oath of citizenship. So at this time, I'm going to call Ms. Kay Leopold to please come forward and make the formal motion.
Good morning. I'm Kay Leopold, the Field Office Director for United States Citizenship and Immigration Services here in Milwaukee, the Milwaukee Field Office. Today is Constitution Day and Citizenship Day. On September 17, 1787, the United States Constitution was signed, and every year on this date, we celebrate it and our cherished freedoms. This is also a day that U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services recognizes our mission to naturalize and welcome new citizens. The Milwaukee Field Office wants to thank Marquette University Law School for being a part of this celebration of our freedoms by hosting this year's celebration, and hope they will continue to consider being a part of this great Citizenship Day for years to come. We also want to thank the Eastern District of Wisconsin Federal Court Judge Nancy Joseph for her dedication to Constitution and Citizenship Day. We appreciate your commitment and dedication to this most valued day in the history of these United States of America. Thank you. At this time, I will give a motion to the court. This morning, Your Honor, I have a motion for the admission of United States citizenship of 28 applicants for naturalization here present in this hall. Each applicant has been found to be a person of good moral character who has resided in the United States for the period of time required by the statute. Each applicant has been found to be favorably disposed to the good order and happiness of the United States, and each is familiar with the history of the United States, the principles of the Constitution, and form of government of the United States. Therefore, Your Honor, I respectfully move that each of the applicants here today be admitted to United States citizenship upon taking the oath of allegiance as required by the statute. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Leopold. Before I grant her motion, I do want to say a couple of words. The first thing I want to say is what I noticed this morning is what I notice in every naturalization ceremony. That is, we practically have every corner of the globe covered right here with the 28 candidates that we have this morning. So if you are curious like me, I hope you are, I always like to call out the names of the countries so we can hear all the different countries that are represented in our ceremony. So when I call out the name of your country, it's your moment to shine. Don't be shy. Don't do this. In law class, we have to raise it high, okay? So, and if you have a Miss America wave in there, go ahead and do it for us. This is your moment here in the sun. So we have 28 candidates with us representing 18 countries. That is something else. Go ahead and applaud that, please. So Bosnia-Herzegovina is here. Hello there. Burma is here. Hello there, Burma. Hello. Dominican Republic is here. Buenos dias. Buenos tardes. Afternoon. Fiji is here. Hello there, Fiji. Guinea is here. Hello, Guinea. Hello there. Guatemala is here. Hello there, Guatemala. Buenos tardes también. India is here. Hello, India. Hello. Iran is here. Hi there, Iran. Hello. Iraq is here. Hello there, Iraq. Jordan is here. Hi there, Jordan. Mexico is here. Hello there, Mexico. Hello. Nigeria is here. Hi there, Nigeria. Pakistan is here. Hi there, Pakistan. Do you two know each other? No, it's a big country. But now you do. You're becoming citizens on the same day. Russia is here. Hello there, Russia. Somalia is here. Hi there. Sri Lanka is here. Hello. Thailand is here. Hi there, Thailand. Hi there. United Kingdom is here. Hello. Hello. Did I forget any country? I got everyone. Give yourselves a big round of applause. A little history was made here today, because usually I keep score which country has the most candidates. Anyone want to take a guess? Which country usually has the most candidates in the Eastern District of Wisconsin? Oh, this is a law school. I can call on people. Anyone want to take a guess? Yes, excellent, excellent. Mexico is usually in first place. Anyone want to take a guess? The second country, it's a country in second place after Mexico. And really getting close to be a close tie with Mexico. Anyone? Anyone? Law students? Anyone? Someone say Russia? Okay. Now, India. India is the second in the Eastern District of Wisconsin. But what you want to know for today, Thailand won the prize. So Thailand's going to get extra cake at the reception later on. Again, what we see here with the calling out of the different countries is what I was talking about with Mike Goucher. That is, we are a country of immigrants with lots and lots of different countries and cultures represented. And one of the messages I hope to impart with you in sharing my story is to tell you to share your story. Share your story so that your friends, your neighbors, your fellow Americans can know the great and complicated and beautiful fabric that makes up America's story. So keep sharing those stories and share them also with your children so that they can know the sacrifices that you made to be here and to be part of this American story. Now, I would be remiss if I also did not tell you a couple of other things I want you to take away today. Number one, you all took the citizenship test to be here today. And my message for you is don't stop there. part of being a citizen is part of staying informed as to what's going on in our communities and in our country. So keep staying informed, keep learning, and keep growing in your knowledge of your new country. I will also say that being a citizen, an American citizen, is not a spectator sport. By that I mean you don't just get to sit back like when you watch football and make comments. Why did he do this? Why did he do that? That's what I hear in my own home. Being an American citizen means being involved. And one of the ways that we get involved is through jury service. So when you get that summons in the mail, once you become citizen, don't throw it with the piles of bills. I want you to actually get excited about it and say, yes, this is my opportunity as an American citizen to participate. So participate by making our court stronger, by getting involved. I see at least one or two of our Milwaukee County Circuit Court judge here, so I think they would appreciate that call to service as well. We look forward to seeing our new citizens in court serving as jurors. Of course, one of the most powerful ways to participate as citizen is to vote, right? Now, once you become citizen, you're going to have that power to vote. It always amazes me, coming from a country where that right to vote is not as sacred, that in this country where we do have the right to vote, that so many people stay in bed on election day. Go out and vote. That's your power to vote. It's not my business to tell you who or what to vote for. My only message to you is use the new power that you have to vote. And then lastly, the message that I will give to you that I want you to take away today is that we are one of the wealthiest countries on earth, one of the most powerful countries on earth, but we have our challenges. So it is up to every new class of citizen to look around your communities, look around your neighborhoods, look around your schools, look around wherever you convene and say, how can I make America just a little bit more perfect than the way I found it? That's the beauty of having new blood, right? That you, new class, could come and make us a little bit better than the way you find us. So use your skills, your talents, your gifts, join with your churches, your mosques, your synagogues, your clubs, and look around to find a way to be of service to your new home. As one great American said, Dr. King, we all can be great because we all can serve. It's really one of my favorite quotes. We all can be great because we all can serve. So my soon-to-be Americans, I invite you to look around to find the way that you can serve your new country. So those are my hopes and my dreams and my message for you today. So with that, are you ready to take the oath of citizenship? Dean, they don't sound ready at all. Should we have a redo? Should we retake this exam? Are you ready to take the oath of citizenship? Yes. That's better, but it's still not good. You're barely passing. This is the moment you have been waiting for a long time. Let's try it again. Are you ready to take the oath of citizenship? Yes. Thank you, children. That's much better. I will grant the motion that Ms. Leopold opened the services with, that you have met the qualifications and criteria for citizenship. And now the last stage. If you please stand, take out the copy of the oath. You'll be raising your right hands and you'll be repeating after me. The copy of the oath is on the back of your program and also up on the screen. Please repeat after me. I hereby declare on oath that I absolutely and entirely renounce and abjure all allegiance and fidelity to any foreign prince, potentate, state, or sovereignty of whom or which I have heretofore been a subject or citizen, that I will support and defend the Constitution and laws of the United States of America against all enemies, foreign and domestic, that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same, that I will bear arms on behalf of the United States when required by the law, that I will perform non-combatant service in the armed forces of the United States when required by the law, that I will perform work of national importance under civilian direction when required by the law, and that I take this obligation freely without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion. So help me God. Congratulations, you are citizens of the United States. My fellow citizens, talking to you now, my fellow citizens, before you sit down, please take a moment to shake the hands of your fellow citizens. And please be seated. I will be calling the dean to please come back up to help me distribute the certificates of naturalization. Before I do that, I do want to make one special announcement, Dean. That is, you saw my picture, my naturalization certificate up there. And the part of the reason I share it with you is this. I have observed at the federal courthouse that in every ceremony, there's at least one person, one of you, who walk out unhappy. And I didn't like that because it's a special day. So we started investigating and researching why the unhappiness. And here's what we learned. there's at least one person who walks out because they don't like the picture on their naturalization certificate. But since today is Constitution Day, Citizenship Day, also known as I Am an American Day, and since we are celebrating this at Marquette University Law School, our friends at Immigration Services have done us a favor. You all have been photoshopped. You all look beautiful on your certificates. So there is absolutely no reason for anything to get in the way of you celebrating today. So don't worry about the certificates. You look fabulous. I will close out before the dean come up and congratulate you truly from the bottom of my heart. I cannot wait to read somewhere, maybe see, or maybe you come by and let me know somehow the new chapter in our American story that you, your children, your children's children will write. Congratulations. Dean, please come up. Ms. Leopold.
Good morning again. This morning I'm going to call your name. You're going to come up to be issued your certificate. I ask that if there's any problem with your certificate, you wait until the end of the actual service. But we know you've all been photoshopped, so you're looking good, okay? I'll have the first row stand. And we're going to also issue the flag of the United States to you. As I call your name, if you will come up. Jose Fernando Alfaro Serna. Is it Mayu? Mayu. Mohammed Mani Mohammed. Marcelino Trajalo Montenegro. Gampolagi. Ada Obi Innocent. Nasser. Second row, please stand. Hanin Zadan. Bual Nan. Isamali Vosa Ravia. Adrian Benton, Alejandra Chavez Hernandez, Muhammad Naz, Shala Tabataba, Chupa David Key, Barry, Alpha Diallo, Gilberto Sanchez, Say, Anitasia Shepe, Rosemary Rosario Jimenez, Maria Miskovic, Radhi Sunny Patel, Ali Latafa Fatusi, Her Sesong, Sasanka Jayasure, and Yuzma Nadim.
Let's again give our candidates, our new citizens, a big round of applause. Your pictures will be posted on the Marquette Law School website, So you could look for them there so that you could share them with your family and friends. And I also want to close out by thanking the immigration law class who was here to welcome the new citizens with the flags. And they've written you a special note inside your Constitution. Now, the Constitution, you have to read it. That's the homework I'm giving you, new citizens, from beginning to end. Again, congratulations to each and every one of you. Thank you for your families and friends who are here to support you today. We all are looking forward to seeing what chapter you will write in our American story. Congratulations to each of you. We hope that you'll join us for a little reception. Thank you.
Please rise. These proceedings of the United States District Court for the Eastern District of Wisconsin are now closed. May God save the United States and this honorable court.